Hey everyone, it's Danielle Taylor with Keller Williams Realty here on the Outer Banks. And oh, Jody, I see the sun coming out a little bit. We're getting a little bit of rain from the remnants of Nicole. So anyway, that's a good sign. It's a good sign. That means it's good news that we're talking today because what day is it, Jody? Stats Day. So we're very excited. We did not do a stats update last month. Shh, don't tell anyone. We're sorry about that. But we're back and we are on time this month and we promise we won't let you down again.
It's not for a lack of analyzing the data. It's because Jody got too busy to edit.
That's okay. We're all good. So anyway, let's dive in. As you know, we do our newsletter, so make sure you pop on and read that for more in-depth detail. Just want to highlight the things that we've been following since we started tracking the shift. So just a reminder, all of this data is courtesy of the Outer Banks Association of Realtors, and that's through October 31st, 2022. So remembering our four metrics are days on market, watching that, the inventory, price adjustments, and overall median price. Okay, so those are the things that we're going to talk about a little bit today. So I'm going to try to breeze through this a little quicker than normal. Days on market, starting with that, our leg metric is the solds. So year to date, we're sitting at about 34 days on market, which is down still 33% from 2021. Okay, so days on market is down over 21. However, we have been trending up month over month. So October was 39 days on market for the sold inventory, which really interestingly is up 30% from October 21. So that number is really trending up. And since August, so August, September, October has gradually bumped up each month. So we're definitely seeing those days on market creeping up. For our lead metrics, remember we look at actives and under contracts. So current active inventory, average days on market is 90. So that's almost double, actually over double, sorry, there's the math. Over double what our solds are, and our under contracts are sitting about 48 days, which is about 19% higher than our solds. So our lead metrics are definitely saying that this days on market is going to continue to creep up and to trend up. This is a really good part for me to say a couple of things. And so the first thing that I want to point out is I did take a look at October's inventory, at what came on the market as a new listing in October and actually went under contract or sold during that October time period. And a third of those properties did go under contract or sell in the same month. And those properties only had an average days on market of 11. So what I took away from that is, remember, this is not a universal thing. There is still a subset, still a third of the properties that are hot commodities and are selling quickly. So don't get, looped into thinking that it's a standard across the board. The other thing that I'm really going to try to highlight in this video is that as this market shifts, it gets more and more hyper local. So the statistics overall might be one number, but can be very different by area or town. And obviously I'm not going to take you through every town here, but if you have a particular interest in a town or an area, just reach out to us and let us know. We'll be happy to run this for you. But here's an interesting statistic. So remember we said that the average days on market for October was 39, year to date 34, but 39 for October. Ducks average days on market for October was 36. So slightly under, which is actually down from 21, which was 47. So remember we said overall we're up days on market. Duck was down days on market October over October and slightly under the average. Corolla was 43 days on market in October for their solds versus the average of 39. So look, we've got Duck lower, we've got Corolla higher, and then we have Nag's Head at 27, substantially lower. So my point there is, don't take it as gospel that it's one at a time.
All right.
So, and just a last thing, I'm only going to touch on this briefly. I'm not going to dive into it like I normally do, but I did take a look at our price brackets. We've talked about those before, and look at the days on market. And the biggest takeaway, without boring you with 1,000 numbers on days on market, is simply that it doesn't matter the price bracket. The actives and under contracts are continuing to trend up when it comes to days on market overall. Okay. Entry level is still obviously the lowest days on market. No surprise there. So that's days on market. So secondly, we'll just talk quickly about inventory. So overall, average residential inventory is down 3%. Okay, so we're down 3% and flat to September. But it does keep us up over 500 units for sale for the 5th straight month in a row. Okay, so that's kind of staying pretty steady. It's bouncing around a little bit in there, but that's pretty steady. New listing inventory is down by 32%. I mean, we are just not seeing those new listings come on the market, and it's down another 9% from what it was in September. Okay, so we're not seeing those new listings come on. And if you're looking, again, talking about the local, if you're looking anywhere between Nags Head and Corolla, there's only 162 properties for sale. That's it in that whole area. And if you want to be on the east side of either the bypass or Highway 12, that number drops to 94. Okay, so it's crazy for us to think about the fact that there's so little inventory. And here's another microcosm. So if we look at Duck, there's only 17 properties for sale, single family in Duck right now. Only 4 of those are under $1 million.
Wow.
Only 4. So it's pretty crazy. Basically, you know, the inventory remains tight. I mean, there's just no other way to say it. So that's our inventory. So we know that that's tight. So we got days on market going up, not a ton of inventory, price adjustments. So now when we look at how is the pricing reacting to this longer days on market? So we are sitting year to date at about 19% of the properties that have sold had to do a price adjustment downwards before they sold. Okay, so that's 19%. It's about even with what we were seeing at this time year to date 21. That was 20%, so it's about the same. If we start looking month over month, May was at 11, and since May, every month we've trended up. So I just want to point out, not to toot my own horn, this is a good point. Jody, you'll be able to put something fun in here.
Yeah.
I think I predicted, if we went back in the videos, that when we look back, we were going to say properties that went under contract in March were the peak. And I think this just illustrates it, because if you went under contract in March, you were probably closing around May or late March. And that was where only 11% needed a price adjustment. That's the lowest we've seen this year. So yeah, pretty interesting. So basically where we're sitting at now is in October, 38% of the properties that sold had a price adjustment before they did so. And that average price adjustment was about 4.5%. Okay, so that's an interesting statistic and trending up. Now, if we look at the active inventory that's on the market, we're sitting at about 39% so far, active and under contract, have had a price adjustment to date. And that's holding about where it was back in August. Okay, so that's pretty consistent. What I will say is the actives and under contracts that have done a price adjustment, that average is 8.6%. Okay, so the solds was only 4.5, the ones that are sitting 8.6. Makes sense, yeah, right? Sure. But good to see the statistics. Now going down the local trend and that little rabbit hole that I can get stuck in all the time, if we looked at Duck for the month of October, not one of the homes that sold had a price adjustment before selling. So again, we've got overall 38%, Duck has 0, Corolla was 36%, Nags Head had 38%.
If you gotta have Duck, pay up.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, you should catchphrase that.
Yeah, patent pending.
But it does go to show you that it's really specific by area. So you've got to really work with your realtor partner and understand, because this is not a universal. Last statistic, and I was trying to keep this under 10 minutes. I'm sorry, everybody, we're at 9:54. Median sale price. So October was 644,000, which was up about 2% from September. And the overall is actually still up over last October by 22%. So prices are holding strong. Inventory is tight. Yes, days on market is creeping up. Yes, we're seeing some more price reductions before homes will sell. But ultimately, that's really specific by area. What we do know is in October, 25% of the homes that did sell sold over asking. Okay, so that pricing is still staying strong. In Duck, it was 33% of the homes. Next had only 13, Corolla 32. So again, the last piece I will leave you with is, please, if you're buying or selling, we need to really look hyper locally at these metrics and make sure that we are being accurate with this, with our pricing and our strategy from day one. So thanks so much for listening. Hope you enjoyed Stats Day. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel and like us if you haven't already done so. And if you don't get a copy of our newsletter, please, please, please reach out. We'd be happy to add you. We hope you have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.